Hi everyone, hope you've had a lovely weekend, and today in English it's going to be question time. I wonder why it's going to be question time today. Does anybody see what's in the middle of my screen here, and does anybody know what it is? It's a question mark, and today I've got a special helper who's helping us today, and he's called, a little bit of a clue. Oh, anybody think they might know just by that little clue who it could be? What their name could be? Quite a tricky word. I wonder if anybody can read. Let's reveal a little bit more. Oh, it looks like he's got a cape on. It's a superhero. It is. We've got Captain Question Mark, and he's here today to help us with our question time, because this in the middle of my screen is called a question mark, and Captain Question Mark likes to put them at the end of sentences when people are asking a question. So whenever anybody asks a question, you should always put a question mark instead of a full stop. So let's have a little look at what a question might be. So a question might start with what. So if you start a sentence with the word what, it will be a question. What time is it? What are we doing today? What on earth is going on? Lots of questions start with the word what. Pause the video and see if you can think of a what question. Let's have a look at another one. When. When is another question word. So again, if you start your sentence with the word when, it will need a question mark at the end. When are we going for lunch? When does the rugby start? You know, my creaser likes rugby. When are the children going to come back to school? I bet that's what a lot of grown-ups are asking at the minute. So lots of questions start with the word when. Pause the video and see if you can think of a question that starts with the word when. Next one we've got is where. So where is another question word. Where can we find a pencil? Where in the world is Brazil? Where is my hat to keep my head warm? Where is another question word. See if you can think of a question that begins with where. Who is another question word. Who is coming to school today? Who is joining in with Miss Creaser's lesson? Who is wearing jeans? Lots of questions can start with who. See if you can think of a who question. Why? Why are we not coming to school at the minute? Why are there clouds in the sky? Why are you cooking those pancakes? Lots of questions start with why. See if you can think of a question that starts with why. And how. How am I going to do this? How am I going to work out the answer? Lots of questions start with the word how as well. So we've got lots of different question words. See if you can think of a sentence with the word how. So we have lots of different question words that we've said will start our sentence, and then we know if we see that word at the beginning of a sentence, or if we're thinking of our own sentence and we say one of those question words, it must have a question mark at the end. So let's read this first of all. What day is it? So instead of a full stop, no, we don't want that full stop, do we? We need Captain Question Mark to come in, look, and pop his question mark at the end of the sentence, because you're asking a question, and if you ask a question you want an answer after it, don't you? So hopefully when I'm asking questions, it's tricky today, isn't it, or on the lessons, because you can't answer me back, but hopefully you're joining in and answering my questions with your grown up. So this one is, what day is it? So we need a question mark at the end so that then the answer would come after it. So when you're writing your questions later on, you need to remember if it starts with one of our question words, you pop a question mark at the end, just like Captain Question Mark. Let's have a look at another one. Who can remember what this question word was? Bit of a tricky one. Where do you live? So again, we can't have a full stop, can we? Captain Question Mark needs to come in with his superpowers and pop a question mark on the end. Where do you live? And if I was asking that question, you would reply, wouldn't you? I live in Normanton, if that's where you live, isn't it? Somebody might say, I live in Castleford, because some of you live in Castleford. So where is a question word. So it starts with our question word, where do you live? So we must have a question mark at the end. Who likes playing Tig? Who is a question word. So Captain Question Mark, come on. These sentences aren't very good, are they? They haven't put a question mark at the end again. Good job, Captain Question Mark is here to save the day. Who likes playing Tig? Where is the cat? Where is the cat? It's in the box. So because we're asking a question and there needs to be an answer, we need a question mark, don't we? Come on, Captain Question Mark, at the end of our sentence. See if you can read this sentence for me. Wonder if we're all thinking this one. When will it snow? I wonder when it will snow. But again, there isn't a question mark at the end, so we need to replace that full stop with a question mark. So again, when we see a question word, or when we write a question word at the beginning of our sentence, we must have a question mark at the end. Why is the sun hot? Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? Let's pop a question mark at the end. Come on, Captain Question Mark, do your job. Why is the sun hot? See if you can read this sentence. I think you'll like this sentence. It says, how can I get on gold? And some of you have been getting on gold, haven't you? Because of all the fantastic home learning you're doing. And if you carry on, maybe your name might go on gold as well. But again, should it have a full stop or a question mark? It needs a question mark. Come on, Captain Question Mark. Pop it on the end. How can I get on gold? So we've got our question mark on the end. What I want you to do this morning is, and I know you've done lots of talking this morning with your grown-ups about thinking of questions, I want you to see if you can write some questions down. So you don't have to use all of these words, okay, just 2 or 3, because I'm sure you've done lots of talking this morning. Can you write some questions of your own? So here are some clues of some question words that you can use. And remember, at the end of your sentence, you must write a question mark with Captain Question Mark. So using what, who, where, how and why. See if you can write your own questions. And remember, put question mark at the end, not a full stop. Have fun.